Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for your support, especially in that last video that I posted. Um, I'm reading your guys' comments, and I'm just so glad that, there's people out there that I'm helping or that I'm, you know, giving some clarity to and some confirmation and comfort. That's the whole goal that I have for these videos, these readings. So thank you so much, and thank you for being here. I'm going to do a reading today, and I'm going to see what Spirit has in store for us, what kind of message is coming out. The last reading was about someone passing on soon. You could know about some sort of, I was reading the comments, and that was also confirming what I was thinking, which was like some heart issue or some health issue, something like that. So let's see if this reading talks about that at all, what comes out, what kind of patterns and synchronicities that I observe here. Okay, so this is spirits like on the other side coming through. They're around you right now. They're around me. Secret seances, spirit world messages, assistance memories. So there's assistance currently here for you. You could feel some sort of guidance or assistance. Personally, I actually started a new job, and it's a small job in food service. I'm not going to say the company just for my own security, but I mean, I could. Um, it's a well-known brand, well-known company, and it was like destined to be a part of that team. Most of the crew members are around my age, and there's kind of like this recognition that has been built within just 1 week. And so I even feel like I'm being guided and supported kind of mysteriously in my circumstance right now. So yeah, that could resonate in a way for you. Hopefully you're not alone, and if you are alone, for those of you, you need to hear that you are being helped and supported on the other side. They're seeing you. Okay, so right now you could be going through some internal uh, fluctuations, dealing with your shadow and light, your angelic side and your maybe like let's say devilish side or shadow side. um, In fact, I wanted to say that I'm a Cancer, and I think Cancers are very understanding of duality. Like if you know like the sign of Cancer, it's like two nines. It's like 69, like in a circle, and it's like hot and cold, moving around in a circle. So it can be like yin yang, holistic understanding, and for some reason I thought of that star. It's on the devil card, I think, or it has to do with Satan. Like that star, and that has to do with like being bound. There's a large group of people out there that listen to music having to do with like metal, heavy metal, or rock, or just the aesthetic of like gothic or kind of emo in a way. They wear a lot of black. I don't know. I got that in my imagination a little, but you could know someone who has that style. Don't fear them. Don't be scared of them because they are made of the same flesh that you are. We're all brothers and sisters. But that spiritual understanding of light and dark must be balanced, and it is balancing, even if we're going through certain eras and phases in our lives. You could be seeing crows or ravens, either one, having to do with guidance and wisdom, or however you correlate those animals to you. So we have 6, 6, 9, 5, 7. 6, 9, 5, 7. Salamander. So once again, things are changing right now. You're in a situation, Spirit is confirming, that is shifting and changing. So hold tight, hold steady. Make sure that you are taking care of what you need to take care of. I don't know why I just heard do your laundry. Just be responsible for what you need to be responsible for. Feed yourself. Make sure your income is at least like, in some kind of steady pace. Um, it could be like, it could feel like you're having to, I'm getting this impression that a lot of you need to hear from somebody, and I'll be that person, to say that if you're going through a dark night of the soul, or if you're going through some unknowns right now about how you're going to survive, how you're going to be mutable, or like get through, a certain phase that you're in right now, trust in that unknown, trust in the simplicity of the air, because the universe is looking out for you. When you're sleeping at night, there are spirits that are monitoring you, that are resetting you in a way. They're going to make sure that you wake up, and I'm talking about in a good way. Like, they're protecting you. You're going to wake up and you're going to feel like, oh, like, I'm craving coffee, and then you get a free coffee or something like that. Like, you're being guided in mysterious ways. These salamander spirits are figuring this out for you. As much as you are for yourself, you're also being supported on the other side. A lot of you could resonate with this main character energy. Being this empress right now, you're being seen as this empress, okay? Whether you have this much hair or not. Like, something about your capabilities, or whoever you are, you need to know that you're special, that other people see you this way, so don't downplay that. Just accept it humbly. Um, this looks like Merida from that Disney movie. What's that called? Brave. That movie. I grew up with that. Every time I see this, I think of the Brave movie from Disney, which, um, maybe you have to be brave in order to get, in order to get to somewhere. You could be kind of a striving person, ambitious, fire energy here. She's holding something that's like levitating in her hand, and it's like a star. You could have Aquarius in your chart. Once again, special. Could be seeing 333 or some sort of synchronistic numbers over and over and over again. A lot of you are divinating right now. I'm seeing, as far as the colors go, you are being guided into the light. You're being guided into spending time in the daytime, like outside, or within yourself. It can feel like there's a fire being lit right now. Whenever you find this or see this message, that's meant to be a synchronicity or confirmation for your spirit. And I have to listen to, like, or be honest with what I'm observing, because there's so much orange synchronistically, and then there's this background kind of ghostly spiritual air that you carry as well. So yeah, could be in a oh my gosh, more fire. And there's also a sense of a new beginning. There's something, once again, in like the last reading, I think it was the last video I have, it was talking about this card a lot. This came up so much, the songbirds. If you make music or you're being guided to do something creative, you are going to catch the attention very easily of others in that industry. But you ultimately are meant to be at the forefront in some way. Like, a lot of you are meant to be front and center, or to be even working behind the scenes for someone who is front and center, if that resonates with you. Either way. Yeah, and this could be hidden. There's something coming up in the future, something like this. It's in the air. Could be circulating your thoughts, or like a wish that you've had, or an interest that you have. I just heard be be brave, be strong, be a force, and expand. Expand outwardly. And we're talking about like if we I have something in my eyelash. It's kind of I feel it. There we go. I think it's gone. The If we think about a neighborhood, right? Um, you don't necessarily want to like overload yourself because I have Sagittarius in my chart, and Sagittarius is like very much of a striving upward energy. It's like the arrow that's going up. So I can do that to myself. I can like live within myself like throughout my whole life. So I have to make sure that my awareness and with my 3D consciousness, I am I'm spreading the word about what I'm doing because people are genuinely interested and they'll figure out how to support me in however way they can. Even if it's from a like or a view on a YouTube video, literally that does help. Um, or listening to a song throughout the whole thing, like that's one listen added into my Spotify or my Apple Music, for example. Um, Attending a show that you're doing, going to your workplace and buying food from you, supporting your business that you work for or that you own, either way. Uh, there's something about this where there's an area of expansion that is occurring or that is available to you. So use that to your fullest advantage right now. Um, and for a lot of you, it could be music, once again, something creative, something that has been designed by God to be distinctive of you. Okay? I have some like distinct features about my own existence and my being. Um, Even my name, living here in the United States, currently here in Tennessee, even. People don't have my name, like Nadal. That's not a common name. So even that, like, that's in my own circumstance, through my own lens, a form of some distinctiveness. You could even come up with your own stage name, something like that, if you guys need to hear that. Anyway, so there's luck in the air. There's spiritual protections happening for you. If you need to take a leap, if you need to um, finally like have the strength to perform in front of strangers, it's going to end up really great. You're only going to have success. You're only going to be protected. If people make fun of it, I don't know, there's some sort of shadow aspect to it. Make sure you remain in this fire because that's where the light work is. That's where the confidence is going to carry you through. That's how you will survive. Just by being strong, being brave, sticking to your authentic nature here. And I know it's not easy. It is not easy. It's easier said than done. But once you do that, once you express yourself, it's already naturally there the way you express yourself. That's a natural ability that we all have. So once you do that, people will be like, hey, like, I don't know, gravitate towards you. Like, they'll be like, wow, like, that was brave. Or that was, I've never seen anyone do that before, like, look at that, the world. That was, I wasn't even focused on shuffling the cards just now. I was just moving my hands as I'm talking and channeling these messages for you. And once again, here's the standout energy and also a sense of freedom in the air, sense of that you're being carried to where you need to go. And for all of us here, I would say it's our dreams. It's our contentment. If you're like, I want a 3-bedroom house by a lake in Florida or in California, and I want to end up there, literally, Spirit will take you there. The whole world community will help take you there. Help you afford it. You will be able to afford it as long as you are on this path that's authentic to you, however you know it to be. Talks about changing of place, assured success being around you. No matter what you do, you're going to have assured success. You can't run from that. Wow. There's a lot of cards coming out. So there's a judgment call by the divine about your real value here. I know a lot of you guys here watching my videos have been dealing with people that have been seeing you in a whole different light than how God sees you, than how the spirit world sees you, how the archangels see you, how I would even see you. You know, I view people like this. If there's a single mother with 3 kids and her man has left her, this is an example, or even her wife has left her, like something happened where she's on her own, this is what I wish for her. This is what I ask the divine to send her way, to the next time that I check on her, that her broken down van is repaired, that someone has gifted her a van, that she's made enough money to get a repair for that van, you know, so also enough money to eat. Her YouTube videos, if she does mukbangs, some people make fun of people who do mukbangs. That's like an eating show. If I eat crab legs, like with you on camera, or if you do ASMR, either way, like this judgment call is up to you. That sense of survival and how you're going to get through is up to you. And that's just confirmation from spirit to provide confidence and security with whatever you choose to do. You will be successful at it. See yourself in this way doing that, okay? Visualize it as you live it out. Listen to the positive affirmations that come through you, okay? Make sure your heart is in that place of love, in that place of higher level love and unconditional existence. So there's something that the divine is talking about here, though, when it comes to spirits, when it comes to the angels. And we also have the Page of Wands. So this is someone who's looking towards this 9 of Pentacles. People may be looking up to you right now, or in general because of who you are. A lot of you could be very special in some way, or view you as special because of your body, how you look, your features, how you carry yourself, the things you've gone through, your maturity. There's an opportunity that's currently here that just came in for you, or that is about to. It's like within hours from now, or it's already happened. And this is providing some sort of leadership. People are looking up to you. You could be new to a workplace or new to a presence online, and this is quickly going to accumulate into like a very successful outcome. You're going to be like, that was a lot easier than I thought. And it's because the people have showed up. It's because the community, I'm getting, oh my gosh, look at that. The sun at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're going to be elevated. Those of you who find this reading, this is a really positive reading. The direction of all this, it's giving me like overall so far, this reading's talking about like thousands of people are going to come out of nowhere and like start recognizing you, supporting you, uplifting you, causing you to have an income of money, and also just being supported, living comfortably. That's how humanity is supposed to be. It's like an ant colony, you know? And those who are chosen, which are the ones who are healthy, the ones who are following God's guidance, love, friendship, support, teamwork. That's what I'm getting, major teamwork energy to uphold and uplift you as this talented individual, this person with abilities, a visionary, an artist, a muse, someone tough for some of you. Like you could be doing some sort of mundane job, or even if it's food service or retail or something, like you having the ability to supervise a whole team of like 20 to 30 people. Could be something like that. These are examples. It's all figurative here. You're being seen as this. You're having a new beginning. The angels are totally helping, assisting you. Okay? Okay, side note, there could be individuals that are like intimidated by you. They could feel like wow, I can't get around you type of thing. Like, how do you have such a strong knowing about yourself? And some people may, I'm getting, be envious or jealous and have that sort of like snaky vibe around you and not really want to get to know you, like that type of judginess. I've actually been experiencing that more like in public and physically with certain individuals that are insecure. Don't worry about them, because you being a team player here and passing the torch to others and showing that behavior, even if that's like, do you my screensaver came up, sorry. Every 20 minutes it does that. um like uh what was I saying? Passing the torch, helping out others, being helpful, there whenever the case, that type of energy. um, Buying donuts for everyone, buying coffee, even that little bit of sugar or caffeine, helping that individual in some way will get them out of this energy very, very easily, and that they'll look up to you in some way. That they will kind of go from that sort of like, I don't know if I can trust you, I don't know if I can trust that person, to actually being like, wow, like you gave me like this opportunity. You actually made my day better, like just through your energy, through your attitude. And yeah, literally through that, like through your energetic um, star design, your what's that called? Light code. Like you have a certain signature. Um, Through that, that gets people on your side. Absolutely. Don't doubt that. Don't doubt who you are. Okay? Because if you doubt who you are, other people will continue to doubt themselves. When you do the opposite, when you trust who you are, when you get to know yourself a bit more, if you need to study yourself astrologically, memorize those placements, the meaning behind things, think deeper in that way, even through the fire and the movement of every day. Just those small like forms of intellect that come up can bring a sense of assurance. I ask people their zodiacs all the time, and they think that I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you're a Scorpio, ew." Like, no. If anything, I joke about it, but you have a moon, like you, like a Scorpio sun has a rising, a moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, um, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and then North Node, and all these other things that correlate to important life purposes. Someone may be like a Scorpio, may be like very much of a humanitarian. They may be like actually, you may realize that they're doing some real beneficial things for the planet, for humanity, for biodiversity, species of animals, things that are much larger than just you and me standing here, sitting here talking about the sun placement. You get what I mean? Even if there's been like some relationship problems or something with certain individuals, there are still like greater things than just relationships as well between humans. So there's greater understandings and a greater energy that is like helping to uplift you out of circumstances. And there's just really good luck. Okay, let me breathe through some of that energy. I got fixed on channeling there. Okay, so I was gonna say, when I was holding these up initially, and then I saw the sun card, that there's new people that are gathering around that are helping you, and it's affecting your inner child. It's gonna help transform your inner child if it's been in a state of blankness or dullness, like a standstill energy. I'm getting that message with that salamander card. Creative work, infinite wisdom, alchemy. So, yeah, a lot of you guys watching this could be very creative in some way. Could be doing something with social media or needing to collaborate with individuals that are a part of a greater humanitarian effort, environmental effort, you could even be like, if you do work over here for a video game, like let's say you're a Zelda enthusiast or Pokemon enthusiast, and you're like doing artwork over here, that skill that you're building in this area, this niche, this category, can transform and transmute into, especially having mutable signs in your chart, it can like transform and transmute through interest into another area, which can correlate to some of the topics I'm talking about as well. You have a new opportunities in general, multiple new opportunities that are going to help reignite and inspire you each day unexpectedly here. There's going to be some unexpected twists and turns that come up. There's something you don't see coming. Okay, the universe has a secret for some of us here. The universe has a secret about somebody with an opportunity. Once you do some sort of work, and I'm seeing in my third eye that like this comes later. This message here, these two cards, this comes a little bit later. Look at this, the moon. You don't see this coming, and it's connected to creative work. You have individuals that you've not met before that are waiting to meet you, and it's through your energetic signature. It's through who you are, because you're intellectually meant and designed to like be traveling from areas and into new areas, like expanding your territory, like your name. It kind of will expand, and at some point will settle down. But there's going to be a fire and an uprising about who you are. Some of y'all may be becoming really famous very soon, something like that. But it's like until you do some sort of work that right now has to do with transforming. It's like a transformation you're going through. Expressing yourself, your rawness, your organic realness, your true nature here. Oh, also confirmation for those of you that are creative, that are like meant to show your ugly side. Like when you are outside in the dirt, in order to get like really healthy soil, a lot of the time that requires, a lot of people know, manure, like cow manure, which is cow poop. And that's not, it doesn't smell great. It doesn't smell or look that pleasant. It's literally poop from a huge animal like a cow. But the fact that you're taking like the delightful nature of your mind, like the light of your mind and who you are, like your intentions, the lighter side of you, the lighter side of how you think or how you see things. That's connected with a lot of people. And also this darker side. So like you saying like the rawness, the realness of things, the cuss words, you being honest about like your any sort of disorders or disabilities that you may have, something like that. That's a part of your light as well. Like that's a part of this whole transformation process that you're going through in this lifetime. As this creature, as this animal, could be really accelerating in strength too. Like you may be feeling that urge to work out, which is a very intense feeling. Personally, especially I have testosterone in my body. I get these like strong, like fiery, it's like an invisible fire. It's like a smoke, like an invisible smoke, but a blue flame. It's so intense, but it's like silent. You know what I mean? And it's through my spirit. And so I have to do like 30 push-ups, you know? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Let me sit down. Let me take a break because my body is going to ache for a little bit, or it's going to feel those 30 push-ups that I just did. and be like, okay, chill out. But then I'll feel like this. Uh, my body literally is changing shape. Like I can even see through my bone structure, my muscle structure. It's toning. So some of you may be going through that, and that's confirmation from spirit. Four of Wands, something about stability. Let me ask about what's this Four of Wands here for, spirit? What's this Four of Wands here for? Does this have to do with stability? Something about a message about a home that you've been worried about? Uh, Something about not worrying about a home? Here's the Devil. Yeah, okay, so someone, for some of you, you may be worried about your stability. You may be worried about, like, if you're going to, like, receive something. And okay, I have to say this message before before I stall or stutter here. Someone is passing away here for some of you, and they've been the owner of this house or this property, and it's meant to go to you. Okay, this this Devil card here is like telling me there's a divine order, and it's not pretty. It has to do with some sort of death. Extraordinary efforts. I haven't until right now seen that word, those two words, extraordinary efforts. Let me ask why the Devil's here. It's giving me King of Pentacles, like what you're sitting on right now, who you are, also who's involved in your situation. It could have to do with inheritance or something. Is thinking about the situation. They're holding on to what they have, which belongs to you legally, something like that here for a lot of you. And it will go to you. And there's a devilish energy around it. It's someone doesn't want to give it up, or someone feels a certain way about it. It could be like a binding situation. Like if you live with this person and they don't like you, for example, but you live there, like it's that type of energy here. So I want to ask Spirit, show me what's to come out of that dynamic here. The King of Coins. Ooh. Okay, someone's worried. Someone's been worried about it. It could be you, it could be this other person. Yeah, so no matter what, no matter what an individual tries to do to keep something from you that's legally meant to go to you, like once they pass away, the Chariot. So it goes from like this feeling to this feeling. Like it will go to you, and then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it could be a large amount of money. It could be some sort of, yeah, here's that. King of Cups again. Someone's been bitter about it. I'm getting that you are this King of Coins, and they are like, a lot of you are dealing with someone who's been, yeah. Look at that. Dealing with their ego. And this guy has a face that's like that, emotionally they're stuck. I'm getting that type of vibe that this person's older than you in some way. Aside from that, okay, some sort of living situation's been stressful, okay? But there's going to be success. There's going to be triumph over the situation. So don't dwell on it. Don't let your heart or any of your lower chakras, especially like your root chakra, when it comes to like your feelings of safety, when it comes to you feeling vulnerable and being vulnerable, Like try to shake it off, okay? Shake off this sort of like wanting to know what's going to happen here. Just allow things to occur because it looks like there's going to be a triumph overall of all this. And this is pertaining to you. This is pertaining to your lens, what you're experiencing in this lifetime, okay? Like your stability is going to stay intact. Even if you don't own a home, or like you could only rent right now, possibly, if you were to live on your own, something like that. For those of you who are stuck renting, like, you know how this country in the United States has a problem with that. Like certain young people are in a loop of renting to survive and not being able to save enough. There's going to be a resolution to this, okay? Something that you do creatively here is going to take off or is going to help triumph over this. Maybe even be enough to actually buy you a home. Like it's enough money all at once or within half of a year or a whole year, like within a few months span that occurs where you have like a increase of revenue towards you, of income coming into you because it's something that you make. Like this reading, what I'm saying here, can really save a life in that sense. Thinking in terms of that way, right? So make sure that you are strategizing on that if you're stuck in something like that. You have expenses going out the window, but you're not keeping any in a savings account, or that savings account is constantly going out and being sucked out. Something about that will end at some point, and you will have a new beginning. You will have a new fresh slate where a home is paid off. A car, like some sort of like, the basic needs are paid off. And then you can save money finally, or something like that. It'll resolve on its own here, okay? Some of these situations you've been going through that are very stressful were meant to build you up. Were meant to make you like physically strong or mentally really resilient in some way, even though it felt like hell, like a living hell. And I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that because a lot of you guys, all you've wanted is to feel content and happy and at peace, especially with someone. Some of you may have this biggest wish of having a partner and you've been single, or every single time like there's been a tower to the stability of a relationship happening because of surviving, because of really like the dynamics in your life or the circumstances. But that's coming up here. There's going to be a change. There's a change occurring, like right now as you see this video, that energetically is happening for you. So continue taking action. Continue getting enough sleep, resetting yourself, working out, pushing your limits in a way to where your consciousness is like really in a higher alignment, okay? And I've noticed personally when I work out hard, when I'm guided to, when I put in that effort and push, like use my strength that I'm being given by spirit, my mind, like my mental state is transforming. Like it feels like more like on top and sharp, So if you feel that, do that, okay? If you don't do it then, okay? Listen to how you feel inside. That's all you need to do. Don't always listen to external because it can actually do the opposite of gradually build you up in strength. Only listen to your internal state here, okay? Someone also, for those of you who have been dealing with someone who's been unfair in a workplace, family dynamics, an ex, something like that, or friend groups or something that like get away with, I think it was the Seven of Swords that I just saw. It's the card with like the swords and he's like looking back and he's like trying to get away with like what he's saying, and they're lies, like they're made up. They're like plastic swords. They're not like legit metal swords, and he's carrying 7 at once. He's making things look a different way. If you've been dealing with someone like that, people are like, why are you so concerned about whoever they've been talking about? Um, People will be fact checking them. People will be stopping them in their tracks. Someone isn't getting away with something anymore. Okay, so that's confirmation. Yeah, yeah. There's also this, whoever this has been. This is synchronicity, definitely. What I'm talking about right now. This is also a part of the reading. Like, they are dealing with spirit, their own spirit, um, feeling betrayed by its own self. That's karma. Like, if I do people wrong and I end up alone and backstabbed and like people shut me down, like people basically tell me like I'm wrong for um, focusing so much on someone and saying negative stuff about someone, and then they all like run away from me, I deserve that. And that's what this person has a hard time facing, someone like that. So continue to leave them exactly where they are. Like, continue to like, don't even focus on them. Like, walk away from this person, okay? If you are dealing with that. Those of you who feel like this and are in dynamics of individuals, make sure that you space away from them, okay? Some people want to just bring you into their wacky fight or drama just to do this to you. And that will only cause you to bounce back stronger. It's all cyclical. Like, all of these understandings in spirit is very cyclical. Just make sure that you're doing the right thing, okay, through the heart, and that you're not like going to be obviously entertaining any sort of backstabbing or gossip and drama, because that will only cause that for you. It will only bring that type of energy. It's low energy. It's like unpleasant circumstances. It will only be attracted to whoever is involved in it, okay? Once again, protecting your peace and taking your time. You're being guided to take your time in these creative endeavors right now. You're going to be supported, okay? Even though you're going at your own pace. If you're singing ballads and they're really slow, okay, you're going to be succeeding. It's just destined for your energy. It's destined for who you are, okay? If you're doing hyper pop and something really fast paced, or if you're um, doing something really like conventional, okay, you're still going to have this steady, gradual pace of income. You're gonna be okay. Take care of yourself. And I just heard cultivate and nurture those who have similar qualities to you, those who are proved to be loyal and truthful and honest to you on an energetic spiritual level. And as you take care of yourself, you are showing yourself gratitude. You're showing yourself your how you value yourself, how you value spirit. And that's important to do, to choose that over giving your energy to someone who wants to just siphon you, okay? If you're dealing with a man, if you're, de- if you're dealing with like a greedy man that like is kind of like, you're the woman, I'm the man, you're supposed to do these things, blah blah blah, and it's this energetic like control that has to do with emotions. It has to do with like that. Where's that card at? That sort of attachment that may not be completely in your consent. Okay, so make sure that it's all in how you want it to be, how you want it to be, how you want to wake up in the morning, how much you want to get paid, what you do for work. Choose all of that. Design your day, okay? Because that matters. That shows your own self-value. You're not going to be doing that for someone else. You could be giving advice to someone, but you're not going to be trying to control them. So whoever this has been is now burdened, especially if you've cut them out. They're now burdened by themselves. And yeah, they're reflecting a lot. on like what they've lost here, because you're succeeding. You're going to continue succeeding and meeting a lot of new people. This individual, whoever this has been self-reflecting, but they don't know how to get themselves out of some sort of outdated patterns, like outdated ways of being with their ego, with how they treat people. I just heard they will never figure that out. So you might as well just move on. And if you have hope for them, still move on. Still show that you're choosing yourself, your craft, your coin. Go, you're making enough money because you do that, because you like put this person out, these energies they want to keep you in, being broke, being underneath them, being like generic, I don't know, being little. This could even pertain to a boss, exceed that, go beyond that, go with what you're energetically resonating at. If you see yourself as the manager, say that in yourself. You don't have to tell other people this, but within yourself, you're going to energetically say, I'm the manager. Like, I'm going to be the manager soon. I'm going to get rid of this person. And do it quietly through spirit. Don't outwardly do it with the ego. Just do it within spirit. Turn inward here with what you want, and it will happen. When you are cultivating that reality, like Zara Larsson just came to mind. If you know who Zara Larsson is, she just made that album, Midnight Sun, and she's from Sweden, where they have like the sun in the sky all throughout the summertime. I think it's like partially through spring, and then it ends in fall time, where the sun is out, is in the sky at all times because of where they are on the earth. And she has manifested and cultivated like this type of energy where, what was my point? Like, that album, yeah, like it's summer all the time, you know? And even within herself, she's using those affirmations, those positive affirmations, like my purpose and the higher purpose, and it exceeds what other people want for you, right? Because ultimately what your spirit is trying to do is live out its own purpose. So the healthiest people that are awakened through spirit, like me, will support you in unconditionally in any kind of way you see yourself and what you want for yourself. Even if it's like a 16-year-old that's like, I'm going to be the manager. And I've been the manager for like 8 years at a place, let's say. There can be power struggles here in families and in workplaces and stuff. Or like the owner of the house in a family. Or like the next breadwinner, like the one who makes like 6 figures, like 150,000 a year, 200,000 a year, on average, that type of thing. Like, a healthy individual is going to be like, you can do that, and I 100% believe in you. Like, energetically giving you what you need, supporting that inner desire that you have, that matching your value at where you say it's at. So surround yourself with those people. They are watching you. They're around you, just as you guys are watching me. What you wish comes true. What you want and what you cultivate comes true. Period. Okay? Have confidence in spirit, in your spirit. That's really the conclusion. That's what I have to say here. This is very powerful. I feel like my Sagittarius side of me, my Pluto and my Mars, is really speaking in this video to you, because of the cards are drawing this out. Spirit is drawing this out for whoever needs this, okay? Someone's going to be left behind and downgraded. We've saw that King of Cups with that face in that chair. He's kind of cold. He's like outdated, okay? There's someone who's outdated. There's a pattern here coming to my psyche, in my awareness about someone who remains to be outdated, who could be the owner of a property or in some sort of power position still, they're being downgraded. They're being seen lower, almost like they're young again and naive, okay? No matter how old they are. Spirit is ageless. So whether you're 70 and you disrespect someone, or just disrespectful in general to people, I lose respect for that 70-year-old, right? Versus a 14-year-old that is extremely well spoken and respectful, like a great example of this, even at a young age, was like Emma Watson, like on the cast, or um, Daniel Radcliffe. Like a lot of the cast of Harry Potter when they were younger were like, they were like adults in kids' bodies. Like I was like, wow, they really do deserve this opportunity, being a part of Harry Potter. Now they're multimillionaires and they can really access like any roles they wish in a way. They can work with a lot of different people because they're so well known. This is the opposite's happening to someone in the situation that you've been involved with, or even coming up, people that try to belittle you. Spirit and your angels, your whole spirit team is going to work through you to help create a backfiring. It's like a return that energy to sender, right? So you're safe, you're protected once again. There's some sort of new territory and it's very fast. This happens very fast and people walk away, by the way. This wants to come out as well. It's all in alignment here. People walk away from trying to bother you or bring you down. Like once they figure out that like, dang, you're like a bear in the forest, like I can't like get around you. You're going to eat me up, They really quickly realize and do this sort of like, oh, I'm gonna walk over here, they'll back off and you're protected. And once again, you get to choose who you have around you. You have some sort of level that you're at right now. Seeing this video, you're at that level where your spirit can do that. It's like it's giving me authority. Like you're a new authority on this planet. Love that. Period. So we have like this new beginning. So focus on this. There's some sort of mysterious message coming through. It's something that you kind of have a sense of. You have like a sense of it, like a taste on your tongue of something. An idea. It's something like that. But it's just an idea right now. You're being asked to take some sort of initiative, some sort of action. You're going to feel it with all of this here. And it has to do with expressing your dark side, your shadow, and your light side. Transmuting both of them into the 3D. And like delivering something here. Okay? I don't know what that means, but if you have a distinct identity that you're like, I'm a tarot reader, and you have your own channel, you're being asked to cultivate that. Use your hands. Something like that. Okay? Be brave. Use your strength, especially when you feel like it's there. Take care of yourself, okay? You have major opportunities happening right now. And, yeah. All the judgments that you feel like you're making on others through your eye, your eye of judgment, your eye of discernment, that's connected with the divine. It's connected with what the angels also agree with. Okay? You could be a divine feminine here. Either way. Yeah, you're highly protected here, whoever's watching this, and you just have a lot of great luck around you. So trust that. Believe in that. Believe in the miracles that can happen. We're talking about 100,000 people finding you on social media. I mean, I'm having fluctuations like that, like 3,000 people in one day, like finding me. And I'm like, that's a lot of people. 3,000? 3,000. That's spirit. It's my own spirit working with the divine to deliver that. So work with your spirit here. Cover new ground, okay? That's what I think I'm going to title this video. All right, I'm glad that I could get through that. It's been an hour spending time with you guys, helping to motivate you, inspire you. Um, that fire, that action, that activity. Okay? um, yeah. Get out a comfort zone gradually, do what you need to do. Um, I'm a Cancer, by the way, before I end this video, and I find myself battling with my comfort zone. And for a moment or for a time, I'm going to be like fiery and pushing out of my comfort and like recording that music and then releasing it. And then I kind of settle back into my comfort, right? Because that's my natural thing. So, however you feel and however you behave, usually fire signs, like, they behave differently in their life. So, I don't know, on a level of consciousness. So, yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. And I love you. And I'll see you later, okay? Good luck. Bye.